One of my most favorite quotes is from Blaise Pascal. It says, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." How true is that? And I wanted to share a reflection from my perspective with all of you. I like to call it the gift of boredom. For last few months, one of the things which I've attempted to do intentionally is allow myself to get bored. So before I go any further, I want to ask you, when was the last time you actually got bored? When I reflect on our childhood and how we were growing up, there used to be times where, and of course, while growing up, there was not this 24/7 TV, there was no internet. And living in that age, especially during the long summer days, the only option we had was to figure out what to do. Otherwise, you basically spending time sitting on the floor, looking through the sky, looking at things around you, and basically doing almost nothing. You would get bored, but one of the things where boredom is so powerful is that actually it breeds creativity. But today, in these days, we don't let our mind get bored at all. In today's time, with continuous distractions all around us, we have social media where there is this endless loop of content to look at. You can continue scrolling infinitely. There is no way you're going to get bored. In fact, these algorithms are put together always considering what keeps us entertained. They're so personalized that they take you down the rabbit hole where you never want to come out. You continue to get dopamine rush through these feeds and you never can exit. It's like you can come at any time or check in at any time, but you can never leave. In fact, this is also recorded in neuroscience where they say that this continuous stimuli is actually secreting dopamine, which makes it impossible for human beings to exit the loop. So I'm pretty sure all of you have felt a point where once you disconnect from these apps, for few minutes your brain is like buzzing. You just the reality feels odd. On the phone, the life is amazing, it's beautiful, it's sexy, it's so full of manhood, it's full of music and colors and travel and whatnot. But in reality, the real life around us may not really be like that. So our brain is actually buzzing once we exit, and that's why concentrating becomes harder and harder as we continue doing this to our brains. Now, here are the benefits of boredom. I In my personal experience also, there is a lot of creative thoughts which actually come out of boredom. Isn't it that when you are sitting on your toilet seat or taking a shower, a lot of times new ideas hit us? It is because we let our mind become still in those moments. And when we get bored, it also allows us to bring mental clarity. You can think on some things and let your brain process those things. Here are my two tips on how to embrace boredom and how to make best use of it. Number one, schedule some me time or free time or no devices, no gadgets, nothing time. Basically, just sit still, do nothing. And I've been doing this for a while now. I actively make sure that I'm not using TV or my phone. If I have to do something, I'll read a book or do some sort of reflection, like use my journal to write. Otherwise, I would basically literally sit down and look into nowhere, probably. Right? It may sound weird, and if you see somebody in these days around you who's sitting and not looking at their phone, it might sound very very weird, but I'm actually allowing myself to do that. Second, I think I already mentioned, but identify or give yourself some time where you reflect on the work you're doing. I'm going to be recording another video around my habit of journaling, and I think journaling is one of the best activities for you to do when you are basically allowing your reflection period to happen. Like I said, some of my best ideas actually come when I'm taking a walk or taking a shower or sitting down and literally doing nothing. So, this is one of my suggestions. Please give yourself the gift of boredom. Let this open and unlock new doors of creativity for you. Bye.